Open the folder, Angular. Good. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Fine, good. So now let's discuss here. Yesterday, I will just show you the projects here. Exports. Now let me just do ng serve and I will show you what is what we discussed yesterday. Now inside the Angular, sir, if you go to the GitHub link, you will have our Telegram and the Drive links, and you can see all about the TypeScript here in this, and you can check it here the notes for the TypeScript one and the complete PDF of TypeScript notes. In case if you want Angular, if you go to the Angular, you will have four things. One is code. In this code, every topic, whatever we discussed in the class, each one will be one application code. And CRUD is one CRUD application where we will have front end and back end both. And we have something called main, which we are doing it now. And we have something called notes. In this notes, topic wise Angular things were there. And if you want to refer it like which topic is first, which topic is second, we have something called topics.txt also. Okay. Now, in case if you still get it out, always it will be available. Like you can, yeah, yesterday I didn't push. I pushed it morning. You can reach out to me through Telegram or at the end of the class, like end last class, I will give you my mail ID also, which I will be active. Okay. Now,
Recording in progress.
let's go here and let's start the main one. Inside the main, here, inside the SRC, inside the app, these are the things I'm doing it, sir. I have something called environment.ts file. Environment.ts file. Let me show you one by one what we did it in the last 2 days. We created something called environment.ts file. In this, I put it something Google Auth Provider. I put something called Firebase Firebase API keys, and I put something like API URL from which I'm getting it the details of whatever the products we are doing in the application. Now, second one, we have something called module.ts file. Now, in this module one, whatever we are doing it, how many components are there? All components are inside this declarations, and whatever the other modules, you will use some other modules also, na? Like app routing we are using, like forms module we are using, which is ng model, or material module I'm using. I created one module. How did you created a module? Ng generate module. Then I created some material module. Why? Because you need so many things in the material. Everything I will put it inside the material module. And then I just included all. You can see here providers, some kind of asynchronous animations. I didn't put this. Usually providers are used for services. If you put it in services here, you can give it so that the services will be smooth. Now, next one, app component. Then next, if I go to the component TypeScript, nothing is there. Component HTML also nothing is there, where app header, route routlet, and the app footer. Now go to the app header. Where is this app header? In the components, in the header, this is the app header file. In TypeScript, nothing is there, so I'm canceling it. In HTML, something is there where home, about, products, and contacts, something is there, and login button is there. Now I'm just running this one, cd main and ng serve dash O. Now, this is the basic application, sir. Okay. I have some material UI here with the flat one. And then I have home, about, contact, and I have something called home. I have something called footer. Did I write anything in the footer? No. I can write it anytime. Footer is not a big deal to me. So I am actually working on something. Last 2 days, what we worked, Monday, we worked on something called Firebase. Okay. I did login page, sign up page, dashboard page. And a dashboard, I didn't complete it, but just login, sign up are working now. Then yesterday, what we did, we just printed all the products and we just checked it whether material is working nicely or not. Then I will go to something called products page. If I go to here, all the products list is coming. Is it clear, ma? Now each one is having one button. If I click on this button, it is open is product ka page. So आज का work क्या है? Now today's work is we have to make this nice looking first. After it is nice looking, then add cart. Add cart name, one cart will be there. Like if anyone clicks on the button, automatically 0, 1, 2, 3 should increase. And also that item should be pushed to some array, and that array will be tagged in cart page. Any doubts, ma, till now? Right? So you also try the setup. In case if you get it doubts, you can let me know. And I'm opening it something called material UI also, so that I can able to use that Angular material. Angular material. And I can go to the components and I can use whatever I like it. Okay. You can even use toggling button for, dark and light modes if you want it, but I'm not using any of these things. Let's go here. First thing, cart logic I need to implement. Okay. So go to the products page, sir. First create a service. In services, what is the service is there? API service is there, na? Let's create one more service because API services, I will use it for APIs. I will create another service for products. Okay. Something like this. Go here. Go to command prompt. CD Angular CD main, and inside the main ng generate service. Let's take it the service name as cart. So one service will be created, but point is the services will be created inside this, which I'm pushing it here. Now one cart service is created, sir. I go here. Anything is there in this? No. Basically, what is the use of service? Service is used for common data. Okay. So whatever the service I'm giving it, give this service in the providers also. So cart service. Now go here. That means every component it is available now. Now go here. Let's store it like cart items. Cart items, which is like any kind of array, which is basically array. Okay. Are you getting my point, ma? Cart items is basically array. Now, initially, if you want to give any values for the cart items, you can use local storage. Okay. But I will use something called add item. And I will pass the item. Then I will write it here, cart items dot push item. And there is something called count, which is basically a number, initially 0, sir. When the service started, initially, what is the count value? 0, ma. Now, if anyone added any item, sir, this one will bring it, this dot count will become, plus plus. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? No. So now go here. Go here. Now get count, return this dot count, get items, returns this dot items. Huh? Oh, cart items, na? Returns this dot cart item. So basically, anyone can access now cart logic. Any doubts? Now so simple. Go to the products page and let's create one more button. And in this button, I will write it like cart add. And here I will pass P. And is there any cart add there? No. Go here, cart add, and which will take P. Oh, not P. Oh, like pro or something. Now, if I go to the top here, I have to take a service. What is the service name? Cart private. See, cart component. Sorry. Cart service. Now go here down. Here in this service, which is pro is any. Now here, what you will do? Push. Very good. So to do push, you don't need to do push. You can directly call that method. So I am calling this method this dot C. C represents that particular service. In that service, something called add item is there. For this add item, I'm doing it something called pro. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? No. Now go here. Cannot read undefined thumbnail. It read na? Anyway, this is not the logic. If I go to the products, if I click on second one is add to cart. Huh? Not getting. What you said? Add cart only na? I added. Oh, you want method name? Are you confused or me? Now, let's go here. Now, if I click on add to cart, then it will be updated in the service. So I'm not getting in the header only. Go to header. Now in the header, I will write it some logic. Now it's like paragraph, which is count. Go here, constructor, private, C, cart service. Now const, no constant dot, count any, then this dot count equals to C dot count. Now I can see the 0 here. Add to cart. It is still 0. Now you understand the problem here. Do you guys understand what is the problem here? The problem is whenever I click on that, in the service, the value is increasing, but it is not showing it here. You know why it is not showing it here? Because every time whenever you do some action, header should know na, someone clicked on somewhere. So immediately I should reload my page. Right or not? How the header will know? Basically, they won't know. Okay, this is where the observables comes. This is where subjects comes. Now I want some things which will give multiple, for example, so many components need the count. Okay, so many components need the cart items, right? And they want it asynchronously. The people may click it the button anytime they want it, sir. Okay, it's not like they will click on directly now. They may click it anytime they want it. And every time they do, immediately it will update. The moment it get updated, sir, it will go to the header and the header will subscribe to this particular observable and it will get it. But if it is one concept, one observer, only header is getting the count, that is observable. But what if you want to put the count in multiple places? There is a cart component. In that cart component, how many products added also you want to show again. Then multiple components will come. So multiple observers are there who are watching what you are doing. Whenever you are subscribing, they are, whenever you are clicking, it's like the subscribe, go YouTube subscribe button only. Na? The moment you click on it, you want the notification to be updated there. And that is where you use subjects. Are you getting my point, ma? So now we will create, instead of whatever the logic we did, this logic will work if one component is there. If everything I'm doing it in main component only, this logic will beautifully work. But if it is multiple components are there, subjects has to be done. So let's create a subject, sir, here. Mm, go header, go to services. Now instead of doing this, const, no, cart items subject equals to new behavioral subject. You will give some kind of behavioral subject into that. Now Why it is showing error? Initially an empty value. Cart items, cart count, subject equals to new behavior subject 0. Then if anyone subscribe to this, let's go here. The moment if anyone clicks on this, what it should happen? This dot cart items subject cart count subject dot uh, subscribe dot value something dot subscribe. Let me write it here. You can actually change it. Subject value to update. If we can update the subject value, let's go here. Let's refresh it here. Behavioral subject has a value 0. Now, if anyone let's try this dot card count subject plus plus. Count subject dot get value. If I do this get value, I will get the value. But I want it to be plus plus. Why it is not doing it? It is returning number only, na? The operand of an increment or decrement must be done to a variable or property to access. Huh? How do you update it? I'm getting 0, but basically I want that instead of the 0 place, I wanted some another thing. Like that 0 should change to 1. Once it is solved, everything will be solved. Let's go here. Return instead of this dot count, I will give return this dot cart count subject dot get value. And here also, if someone get the items, I will send this items only. Return cart count cart items dot get item get value, which will give basically an array. Now only the thing is, if someone click on it, how do you do that? Add method only, we need to check it. Now we can try something like next. Let me check it. Dot next count +1. This dot count. Why count is coming undefined? Okay, okay. Now I got it, sir. Let me write it here. Now let's try it. Console.log this dot cart count subject dot get value. Go here. Let's go here. Let's click on this. Perfect. Now, so everyone just focuses here. The simple logic is, I just created one subject, and that subject is like cart count subject. Okay. And that cart count subject, every time whenever they click on this, it will make it like the next one. Okay. And I have something called count variable. Initially, the count value variable is 0, and that 0, 1 will become like 1, and it will be stored inside the cart count. Okay. So each time, next means next it will give 0 if anyone subscribed. Imagine my header is subscribed to this subject. Then the moment someone click on 1, that means zeros ka next value will become 1. So the next value will be passed to the observer. If you remember, when you created the observables, every observable next value will be passed to the observer one by one. And that is the logic here. And same way, if I want to update the array also, this dot cart item subjects dot next. Here, what do you want to update it? I want to update it here. Dot whatever the items already there in the array, cart items. Whatever the cart items already there in the array, comma, the current item. Why it is saying it? Type any is not assignable to type never are. Who said it is never? It is any. Let's use a generic. These are called generics. That means in case if you want to not able to give it in the parameters, you will give it in before. Like any kind of things you can create with that generics. For example, you want to create one function, sir, which will take it the numbers and which will take it the strings, both. Then you will write it here, that particular one. Okay. If you pass the numbers, it will work. And if you pass it the strings, it will work like that. Now, what is the problem here? Items. Did you mean this dot item? Items. Oh, item. Spelling mistake. Now I will get the cart subjects, cart values. Let's go here. Let's go to the header. Let's go to the header. and in the header, instead of getting it directly count from the C, I will say this dot C dot cart count subject dot subscribe and whatever the value you will get it in the subscribe, that value you will give it here, this dot count C here count, this dot count equals to res. Sir, if we replace a product with 10 items and I didn't get it, what does it mean by that question, Anya? Now here I will get the count value, here I will print that count value. If I go here, did you get it, ma? Now if I go here, 1, 3. Interesting point, this one will teach you the actual use of subjects. Okay, you are saying it dot next dot next. So if any particular component who is subscribing to one subject, like basically one subject will be there, one products component is there, products component is updating one subject. Okay, and header component is becoming the observer, so it will receive one by one. Now the same logic I can use it in product component also. Like for example, I will open one product, sir, learn more, and this product is not looking great. Obviously, go here, where is this? Sir, if you understand this logic, you can get it everything, sir. Where is product? This product is not looking great because you did not apply any styles. Let me go to material, sir. In material, something called card is there, sir. Is there any other thing which can bring me good? What is snack bar? No. So basically, I don't have much options here. I will go with this only. Card only. What are chips? Okay, I don't want chips also then. Go here. Go here. If you want it card, you will give something called mat card header footer. But they will not come side by side, na? Go here, grid. If I write it mat grid title, mat grid title, columns row, columns 1 I want. Control C. So my query is like how the item count will reduce when the customer placed order with the 2 items. Count will reduce when customer placed with 2 items. Not understand only. I just can you clearly tell me ma online? I will take something like this, mat grid, not known element. So basically something like mat grid title, whatever we are exporting it. What are the APIs here? TypeScript. Something called mat grid list module has to be done. Import, go here, go to the material guy and import in this material guy something called mat grid. whatever you are importing it, sir, write it in the imports and then export. See, now what is happening? Material guy, everyone, focus here, ma. Now material guy is exporting the mat grid list, but where he is exporting material module will go to the app module. So material module is giving that material grid list or something kind of one to the app module. And in the app module, you have something called product component. So it can use it now. Are you getting my point, ma? Now in the material, I just imported and exported there. So whatever exported there will be exported to the main module. There is another main boss, na? So that one we can use it. Okay. So it's like go to this particular one here. Instead of showing 2 grid race, I will show it like 2:1. And here 1 only. 2 columns I need. But I will put it like only 2 things. And in the first one, I will put the product image. And in the second one, I will put this details one. And this Divka product main one. I have something called auto rename tag, which will automatically do some kind of things like this. Now go here. Let's see how it is working now. See, automatically it came. Are you getting my point, ma? Automatically it came, na? Okay. So you can print something like that if you want it. Now I'm gonna use the similar logic here. Grid logic. Where is this HTML again? Here go. Where is this one? Here I will put div something like for each ng for, which is like product dot images. Inside the product something called images is there, so you don't need it, this thing. And each image I'm gonna print it here. Product dot images, you will write it like p of. So here you will write it an img tag, which is like p. Now here image. Number of times I'm clicking the cart button and count is increasing, but I want to increase only one time. That thing you can do it, sir. Okay. Like for example, if you click on the same product, am I checking it like which product I'm clicking? No. But interesting point is this, sir. Go here. Whenever I'm going into my cart, see, I understand your logics. For example, if I go here, products page, and now here, if I click on add to cart, and it is increasing it. Now, if I increase this particular one, if I click on it again and again, 2, and it is increasing. If you want it only one time, The moment you click on it, what is happening? The moment you click on it, it is going to that particular add cart in service, na? Right or not? Whenever it is going into the service, you have to check it. Whenever it is going into service, you will check it like, is the item, whatever I'm inserting, is it already there or not? Array.find, if you use method, if it is already there, don't update it. Are you getting my point, sir? If it is not there, update it. Simple logic, na? Any doubts, ma? No. Go here. If I go here, something like it's printing. Now, where I wanna print the images. Why it's not printing all its images here? Products. Mascara is one only. So what if I wanna print it something like this guy? Array. Now ng for products. Inside the product, inside the images, you have some array named images na in dummy JSON. I want it like this. Inside this, you will have /8. You will have all these images na. I want to print it something similar to this, like Amazon one. Like if I go to any product, I can print all its images na. Okay. But why it is not printing it is the interesting point. Go here. See, you will learn it one by one when doing only, sir. Like for example, some people want it now cart to be like that, like this. When you try it only, you will get it, sir. Now, this is one. This is one. Inside this, only one image is coming. But what about the div I said it for loop? That is not coming only. Here, this is saying somewhere it is stopping a tray. Reading thumbnail. Read the properties of thumbnail. But it is there na thumbnail. This dot ask get product. Subscribe. I'm getting the products. This one I will write it something like ng if product. Is it saying error now? No. You know why it is not saying error now? Why it said error earlier is because usually, sir, it will take some time to go to the API and to get that product details, na? But before it comes only, it wants to load the HTML. When it is loading it before it comes, automatically it will say an error, na? Because it cannot able to find that elements. Then it got stopped. But now I said it like only if you have the product, then only go inside and do these things. If you don't have the product, show though. Now here I used something called ng product dot images. I don't know why it's not working yet. The array name is images. Basically in the CSS, I will give it some kind of product padding 50 pixel. Is ng for is right? Right only, na? Right. Now, let me print it here first. Div product dot images of 0. Is it because of grid title logic? Because basically, if the grid title logic is not there, it should come. And here, I will put another grid title here. In this columns, here I don't give it here. Columns will be products dot images dot length. Now here, inside this, I will put it Control X, Control V. This is all basic material UI, sir. I just want to check it like without the much CSS. I thought I will get it. But if not, we will try it. Still not able to print. If not working, I will go to the cart. Kuch nahi hota, don't worry. Console, last one time I will see. No errors also. Something in that grid only is wrong. Anyway, so go here. I will just check it here. Now, inside this, there is one button, sir. Grid title, and here one button is there. Now, I will use something called match flat button. Okay. So this is all basic material UI, sir. If you want to check it, you can check it. Now, everywhere in my UI, it will be similar. Okay. Now, if anyone clicks on this also I need add to cart logic, na? Right or not? Now, again, click on this. Click add cart. Any doubts? Now, here, I will go here, add cart. Whenever you are adding the add cart, you will pass here something called product. The whole thing is inside the product. If you don't pass it also, you can take it the product from here only because it is anyway the same product. Now here, I will write it something called add cart. Throw, which is any. And here, this dot private C CRUD service cart service. Cart service, this dot C dot add item pro. Are you getting my point, sir? No. I will go here and I will write it some logic for the cart page. In the cart page, anything is there? No. Cart page, I want the items to be printed in a list. So I will go here. I will go to material again and I will check it here. I will check it that card. I will check it the examples. The basic card, which I will print it here. Card title, no. Go here. I will put some 3 columns. Go here. And here 4 columns. In one column, I will put the cart ka product ka image. In one product ka title, product ka price, and delete button. Okay. Now here, let's go to the cart. First, I need to get that items. How many items are there? Products. I need to get them now. How do you do that, sir? Constructor. Item. Sorry. Private. C. Cart service. Now here, this dot C dot cart item subject. Okay. You can write it cart item subjects, or you can directly write it cart. Yeah, that is only better. Cart item subject dot subscribe. Whenever cart item subject changes, then here cart value C I. You will get one array items. Now here this dot items equals to I. Now here I just got some items and I will print the items ka each item. I will put it everything in the for loop, sir. Put this whole thing inside a for loop. Div ng for shit. Div ng for, and inside this let I of items. In each item I wanna print it here. How do I print it here? Item ka thumbnail and item ka title and item ka price. I dot, no, delete. Let's put it a delete button. We did not write the logic for delete, sir, till now, which we will write it. Don't worry. And how we will get it into this cart component? You need to put a routing now. Did I put routing for the cart? Yes. So did I put it in the header anywhere? How to go to cart? No. Imagine I click this. Why directly count is becoming 2? It should not, right? Here it is taking count plus plus. Here again making it as count plus 1. तो वो wrong है. तो पहले plus कर रहा है ना. तो this is only this much. And this one also. I am already pushing it here. And again I am adding it here. Silly logics. So here it will add directly. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts? Now go here. Now I will go to the cart. Again, it is becoming 0. Okay, we need to check on so many things here. Console. Why in cart page nothing is printed? App cart. Why did they put ng fur in this one? Go here, go here, go here. Cart template. Now go here, paragraph. I dot thumbnail. Now go here. Go to down. App cart. And ng fur, it is not printing it because it is thinking it like only no item is there in the cart. But in cart items are there. Services. Where is cart? Ng on in it. Did we discuss ng lifecycle methods? Okay. In Angular, there are some simple lifecycle methods which are called component lifecycle methods. This one is actually important one. Like if I go here, Angular nodes, lifecycle methods. Probably this was the main one. Now, basically, life cycle methods means how we work it in our life. Like, for example, we have different life cycles. We were a child at one point, we were infants, and we will go to something teenage, we will go to adult, we will become something old. At each and every stage, automatically some things happens. Okay, the you don't need to trigger them. Similarly, at different stages, at different stages of components life cycle, at different stages of components life cycle, different methods automatically gets called. These are called life cycle methods, like ng on init or ng after view init. Okay, just a minute. Good. Now Let me show you. For example, in Angular images, now these are the main ones. Like whenever your class loads, whenever your components loads, what is the first thing it will check? Constructor. That is 100%. After the constructor, it will check it like ng on changes. Ng on changes will work. The first one after constructor, the first one lifecycle method starts. First one, it is the same order. Order will never change. Ng on changes. If your component is receiving any value, imagine if your component is receiving any value, sir, and if that value changes, automatically whatever in the ng on changes will work. If for example in ng on changes you put an alert, sir, alert item is added, and this component ka parent is there. Now if parent component, basically if parent component is passing value named a to child component, and in the child component you write it something called ng on changes, and you write it here something like hello world or something. Then the moment this a value whatever you are receiving, if this a value changes, then automatically in the ng on changes hello world will be printed. You don't need to call that particular method. So basically these are lifecycle methods which will not be need not to be called. Automatically they will be triggered. Okay. Now next one. If your component is receiving any value and its value is changed now, it triggers ng on changes in child. It triggers the ng on changes whatever in the child, sir. Next, second one, ng on init. If uh, before that ng do check is there. This is the third one. ng do check. ng do check TypeScript one I gave the complete PDF ma. ng do check will get trigger automatically to check the values it is receiving. Okay. So whatever you write it in the ng do check will run after the ng on changes, sir. After it run ng on changes, it will run something whatever you write it in the ng do check. The next one. After that, ng on init. This method will automatically triggers in the initialization of component. The moment component starts in initialization, it will trigger the ng on in it. Okay, whatever you are writing in the constructors, you can actually write it in the ng on in it also. Okay, what is the difference with the ng on in it and the constructor, sir? Constructor will be called only once. Now, the next one, I can even give it here in the ng on in it. Now, you can even do that. Don't know why it's not working. Go here, cart. This one is going 0 component. Next, there are several other. Next one. These 4 are very important, sir. There is something called view and the content. There are two DOMs. There are two DOMs in Angular. Basically, Angular thinks of two things. One is content DOM and another one is view DOM. Okay. One is the content DOM, another one is view DOM. First content DOM will come. Basically, see, how can I say it? Like, for example, an API is there. You call the API and the API will bring the data. That data has to come and the data has to store it in the DOM. And then DOM has to take it after taking the DOM, after completing the DOM, it has to come to the screen, right? There will be two phases. Whatever you are seeing on the screen is view DOM. Whatever you are getting it in the actual console is content DOM. The JavaScript actually stores content DOM. Whatever you are seeing in the view is actually HTML DOM. Now there is a small fraction of seconds difference with the view DOM and the content DOM. First content DOM will be loaded and then it will go for the view DOM. So in case whenever the content DOM loaded, the moment the content DOM loaded, you wanted to run any function, then you can write that automatically inside ng after view content init. ng after content init. It get triggers, it get triggered automatically after view DOM starts, initiates. Okay. The same way, next one, ng after content checked. If you see here, changes checked. Then again, content DOM will be checked. These are like some different stages, sir. That's it. So at this particular stage, if you wanted anything to run, you will write it inside this methods. Why? Because you don't need to run it. Like, sir, the moment component loads, I wanted one pop-up, sir. Okay. Or whenever someone is closing the component, I go to products page and again I'm going to another component. One page to another component means previous component died and the new component is coming. Whenever you are leaving the component, you want one pop-up. Whenever something happened in the component and you want some kind of message happen. At this kind of things, you can deal with easily using something called lifecycle methods. So now here ng content after checked, this is also same. It gets triggered automatically after view DOM checked. Next, ng after view init. It get triggers the moment after here from starting onwards we are writing view DOM only. Content DOM, Content is for the content DOM and the view is for the view DOM. The next ng after view checked. It gets triggered automatically after view DOM checked. Now, last but not least, sir, ng destroy. If you go from one component to another component, the moment you leave the component, it gets triggered, and whatever you write it there inside that, it will get run, sir. Are you getting my point, ma? Now, the same logic here in the header. I write it in the subscribe here. So don't get confused in this. Some people even write it like this: on init import ng on import on init and implements on init, and then writing here, if you are writing on init, you should write it something called ng on init. You can check on this, which will get updated because it is subscribing. And when I'm leaving the component and go for the component, it is still subscribing it. Whenever it is subscribing it, why it is getting it the value 0 only? This dot count equals to this dot c dot get count. Basically, I'm getting empty in the cart page. And why I'm getting it empty in the cart page? Every time class comes, it is creating these services and all again and again. Cart items subject. At least is it coming now? The only problem is, see, cart page is also working, but the problem is the moment you are going it here, it is again starting from 0. Instead, it should store the values, right or not? So instead, this one is loading again and it is storing the values as something 0 because it is storing the value 0 and I'm getting it. Even cart item is also coming it as 0 only. Yeah, I will check with it. But do you guys have any doubts till now? So everyone in today's code implement the subjects, and tomorrow we'll finish it off. Tomorrow we'll finish it off the pages. Use the material UI, implement the subjects, and try to get the header and the cart pages. Okay. I will check the changes. What is that then done, and we'll finish it up. And if time is there, check it one payment gateway called Razorpay. If you type it Razorpay Angular, you will get it how to do Angular Razorpay. You can try it. Okay. Payment integration web. They will tell you. Check it. Okay. Yeah. Code. I'm gonna upload it now only, sir. You can take it. Now, if I have gap, then mention in Go Naukri or something. Guys, update your Naukri profiles and take your Naukri premium. You will get the jobs easily. Okay, don't take it like light. Again, I'm saying it. Make your resume looks outstanding. Add something. Do bluff. कुछ नहीं होता. Okay, but don't fake it. Bluff is different from faking. For example, uh, cap. If you not done anything in the 2 years, imagine like you don't have any PF account or something. In that cases, put some kind of other experiences like the best one is like teaching experience. Say it like you worked as a teacher in somewhere because teachers will not get paid by most of the times in kind of pay slips or something, but they will consider you. If you say it like I have 2 years, not gap, 2 years experience, and I teach JavaScript and Java or WebJ, React and all to the students, and those people will ask you like, but still we will consider as fresher. So immediately the HR mind will think it like, okay, this guy will commit as fresher only for less money, but still experienced. So let's take it up. Imagine you and another guy is there. He is fresher, no gap, but you are experienced with some another stream. They will say like, we don't consider your experience. We will also give you a fresher job only, but we will give you job basically. Okay. Never show your gap as gap, something fill it up. If you fill something, no one should able to catch it. That is the primary logic. Put some name nowhere existed. Is it clear, ma? Put some nice internships. Put some nice projects. No, you don't need to do the projects. Again, I'm telling you, GitHub, so many projects are there. Take some GitHub project and put it. Change it the names. You download GitHub project, push it into your GitHub, and then change it everything. Obviously, you learned it, you change it, and then represent it. Once you get the job, you will learn everything. Is it clear, ma? And take Naukri premium. Max to max 2000 it will be. If you take what 2000, world will work with only one principle, sir. If you pay to someone, they will work for you. If you don't pay, they will not work for you. That is a basic logic. Naukri is not like doing any service. Those people have 2 lakh customers. If they are having 2 lakh customers, 1,90,000 will be not paid only. Only 10,000 are premium. And Naukri people will work for that 10,000. If you are like a non-pay, if you are like a pre guy, you will get scam calls only in Naukri, 100%. take a premium so that we will call you and say it like, what do you want? What services you want? Are you getting my point? You directly don't go to Naukri and pay. Go to Naukri. In the Naukri website, they will say like, if I go here, uh, something like calling option will be there. If I go Naukri, premium services, they will open some site and imagine I want some kind of services here. I will click on this and I don't pay. I will give here, call me back, and I will give my details. And those people call. Why? Because they have some sales, target, na? They will have target. They will call and they will try to convince you. And then you bargain. I will pay this much only. I want this services only. Can I get any discount? Then ask every single damn question you have. Will you guys provide any email support? Will you guys provide any mail support? Will you guys provide any resume support? Do you guarantee that I will get? What do I have to do? Everything you ask. And they will say, once you are sure, only pay it. LinkedIn also you can take premium. If any one of your friend have credit card, you can take it their credit card and take the LinkedIn premium. And today take it, tomorrow just cancel it. You will get 1 month free subscription in LinkedIn. And that people's out of credit card people also will not get any paid. Only the thing is he can't pay any, next time. He can't get it the subscription next time. So try to do those kind of things, sir, so that at least you will get the subscription. Zero expectation salary. नहीं, expectations करो रे, कुछ नहीं होता. Okay. See, these are simple questions. Day after tomorrow mostly will be our last working day. We'll check it on it, but I will answer your questions if you have something like this. You expect you will get really nice jobs, but you should show your talent. Don't be like normal other persons. If you have talent, you will get the job. If you are a person who will just take someone's code, who will use ChatGPT all the time, that's not you. That's why every day in my class, I gave you one task. Interesting. I have still in this class, I know some people who did not submit the first project, first day task. I don't want to point it and say it like what are the projects each one submitted. This is not school or Chaitanya. But you paid to the course, you came to the course, whether you liked it or whether you got it the benefit or not, it is up to you. You should think about. Everything in life is about ROI, return on investment. How much you invested, how much you got return. If time 1 month you spend it here is zero return on investment, that is useless. Okay. For me, it is useful. Every 1 minute I have here, I paid. I got paid. Okay. So you guys should think about your ROI. That's it for today. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll think about it. Thank you.